Hello, everyone. Good afternoon. My name is Dan Heichel. I am a software engineer with Boomi Support, and I'd like to talk today about an expected behavior, but one that can cause some confusion, and how to fix it if you don't like the way this is occurring. This is regarding extensions. Now, I have a very simple example here to show the problem, and I have it currently deployed to my test cloud Atom. So as you can see, this has a simple SFTP connector in it, and I have made host, port, user, and password extensible. So as we would expect, when I go to my environment, when I go to environment extensions, we see my example SFTP connection appear here. Now, the problem is, let's say something changes and I need to get rid of this SFTP connector. I'll just copy this to make it easier for later, and we'll go ahead and remove this. This process isn't really supposed to do anything. It just has to illustrate the existence of the connector itself. So save this version, go to create package component, and we'll go ahead and get this deployed to our test environment. Now, this is the issue at hand. So we've removed that connector. So you might expect that when you come here to connection settings under environment extensions, you shouldn't see that connector, and yet we still do. This is actually done on purpose. If you ever needed to roll back, all of your extensions will be retained and will still exist on the environment. So this is done for recoverability purposes, which is why this is not actually defective behavior, but some might find it confusing. Maybe you want to clean it up. Maybe you have a lot of these hanging around and you want to get rid of them. It's fairly simple to fix this situation. So I will illustrate how to do that. So what we need to do is to go into extensions here and uncheck those fields that we had checked. Now, as you can see, this connector is no longer in here, so this no longer appears as an accessible connection. So what we're going to do instead is go ahead and re-add this connector, save it. And what that does is just having the connector, it doesn't even have to be hooked up, it doesn't have to do anything. Just having it on the canvas unlocks its entry in your extension settings. So what actually happened is when we deployed this, even though this connection was removed, when we deployed this, these check marks are still there. They're still part of the process, even though they're hidden because the connection is removed. So all we have to do is just come in here and uncheck these, get these unchecked from the process. So now we have no extensible fields from this. We can go ahead and remove it again because we don't actually need to have it there when we redeploy it. We just needed to have those fields unchecked from the extensibility list. So let's go ahead and save that. And let's deploy this updated version. Now that we've deployed it, let me refresh my Atom management screen. So as you can see, now that sample SFTP connection no longer exists under the connector extensions. So it doesn't actually hurt anything to have it there. It doesn't count against your licenses or anything like that. And like I said, for recoverability purposes, it is actually purposely done that way. But if you find that to be confusing, as you can see, it's really easy to fix it. You just need to unlock the entry and extensions, uncheck those extension values, and go ahead and get it redeployed up to your environment. And that's all there is to it. So thank you very much. I hope that you found this useful.